All right. Now we're doing 7Q Season 2 moves in Squared Strings 1. All right, this is by G964, and 90% of the people like it. We've been doing a lot of this person's lately. That's why this person's in first place. Anyway, this kata is the first of a sequence of 4 about squared strings. We just did another one the other day. We are given a string of inlines, each substring being n characters long. For example, we got this, all right? So it's A, B, C, D, then we've got the escape character in for the page break, then we've got E, F, G, H, page break, and then page break, and then whatever. Page break, more letters, page break. You get what I'm saying. So we will study some transformations of this square of strings. So for vertical mirror, or vert mirror, or vert mirror, or vert mirror, it's going to be like this. We're going to have it, and it's just going to be like A, B, C, D in reverse order, and then the page breaks all the same. For horizontal mirror, or all this, we're going to do, instead of the A, B, C, D at the front, it's going to be at the end, and we're just going to reverse each grouping like that. So here's the printed version, A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, and so on, and then A, B, C, D, M, N, O, P at the top when we change it. So the task is to write these two functions, and we got to write a high order function operator, or oper, function S, where function is the function is one of these two functions, and we're just going to say something like this. We can just set this up right now. We're going to say something like this: const oper fs. We're going to change this into f. We're going to take out this and turn this into an arrow, and we're basically just going to say f of s, just like that. So this one's taken care of. We don't even have to worry about it anymore. So here's some examples. So s equals the string from before, and it's just like it says, it's just like these ones over here. So let's go down here. The form of the parameter function in oper changes according to the language. We can see each form according to the language in sample test. Okay. So that neither of these has anything to do with us, because we're doing it in good old JS. So what we're going to do here is turn these into concise also, just like this, and then we're going to have the equals, and then we're going to turn this string, we'll just do it like this. We'll just say s arrow function right here, and then we'll have a console.log right here so we can test while we go, and then we'll do basically the same thing here. I'll just take all of this and turn all of this into that. Good enough. All right, so now we can do this. So let's start off by doing the vert mirror. So what we got to do here, let's go up to the little picture, is we have to change them like this, ABCD into DCBA. So first things first, we're going to have to do s.split. If you don't know about the split method, we've got it right here, and I'll have the link in the description. And so we're going to split it by escape character in, just like that. Let's see what it looks like. Looks good so far, right? These ones we'll do later. So now we've got these, it's split up like this. So now we've got to do the reverse to put this H at the end here. So for that, what are we going to, we're going to use the map function, .map, all right? And so if you don't know about the map method, I should say, here it is, and we'll have the link in the description. So we're going to have E for element, and the arrow, the E represents each one of these in order. So we're going to say this E like that, and then we're going to say, let's split up the E, since it's just a string that needs to be split, and we don't have to split it by the escape characters. We can just use the spread syntax, making an array literal like this, and say ... E. So now let's test that out. And look, now we've got this going on. So we can reverse this using the reverse method. If you don't know about it, we've got it right here, and the link will be in the description. And so we'll say .reverse like that. Test it out. Look at all these. Here's the H here. It should be at the end. The Q should be at the front. Test it out. And it is just like that. So reverse like that. And then we're going to say .join. Believe it or not, it's going to be exactly like the split, except for in the reverse order, and here's the link. You can here's the site. We'll have the link in the description. Join right here. We'll say join it by the empty strings. Let's test that out. All right, so now these are all back together, and now we'll just join this whole thing by the escape character in. Dot join escape character in, like that. Test that out, and now we got this nice little box, which is pretty much what they're looking for. All right, so now we got to do something for this one. And so for this one, it's basically the same thing, except for it's much easier. So we'll take this part right here. All right, we'll split it by the escape, by the whatever it is, the line break, and then we'll join it. We'll do the reverse. All right, let's test it out first, just to see what it looks like. All right, so now it's like this. Reverse it, so this one will be here. All right, test that out. And just like I said, and now we're going to join it by this right here. Test that out. All right, and so that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. All right, we've got all of them looking like we want. And if you can see something, look at this. We got a split in here and a split in here. We got some split ends. We might need to go to the barber with all those split ends. Just kidding. But what we can do, we can put this split in onto this S and take out this repetition. So let's go like this. Let's go like this right here. Copy it. Throw this right here. All right. And let's get rid of these console.logs while we're at it, since we know they look good. So we'll, instead, we didn't even have to copy it. We could have just cut it, but whatever. So we've got that. And then we'll do a Control X on this one. And after this, we'll just slap it on the end. Thusly. All right. And it's not split, but no, not inside it though. Outside it. All right. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of this. Oops. All right, now let's test it out. There we go, awesome. But you know what? This looks kind of ridiculous. You know, I think we can make it look a little more snazzy than this. Let's just do that right there. Let's do something like this. Let's take this. Let's do a control. Let's take it from here. Control X. Push Enter at the end of this. Drop it right there. Now we've got a little pyramid going on. Test it out again. Looks good. Attempt it. And there we go. Another one in the past. Another one in history. All right. So now we've got this one by GH Sam. And so they're basically doing what we did. They just didn't do it like we did on the end of this. You've got this one basically doing it like we did, except for they don't change these up. And this one basically the same as we did at first, but didn't change it. So you'll just see pretty much repetitions going on all through this. Let's go over to mine. Just me on this one. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like it. And we'll see you next time.